Hello, welcome to this episode of TurboShed, and on this one we are going to put in some big injectors. Bigger.
Right, so basically these are the old standard 1UZ injectors. They're about 240cc and they're only good for about 400 horsepower because they're right on the limit of what we're doing now. These, however, are RX8 injectors, or Chinese copies of, and they are good for 650 brake horsepower as they are about double the capacity as these. And the good thing is, those connectors are exactly the same, which means this is a direct replacement for this, as they're also the same height. So it's just plug and play, job done, 650 horsepower, no messing around at all. Sorted. Let's get on with it.
Let's get the fuel rails off, get some injectors in, make more power.
So here we are, we've got the two fuel rails out and we've got 8 brand new injectors, and to switch them over it's just a case of taking the fuel rail, pulling the old ones out, getting the new one and pushing it in. That's it.
Well, we've got our 8 injectors in, which you can't really see because they're all buried away. You can just see the yellow down there maybe. And the fuel lines are on. So what we need to do is put some fuel pressure in and make sure there's no leaks. So if you want to just flick the key and oh, hang on, let me disconnect the igniter boxes so it doesn't spark. It won't start because I've taken the plugs out of the igniters. So you just flick it over to get the fuel pump running. We'll get some pressure in. Well, I think that's okay, Leon. Can't see any leaks, so let's put the throttle body on and start it up. Right, Leon, just flick it on and let's just check that the fuel pressure's holding.
Ready?
Go on. Yeah, that's holding, yeah, just over 30 psi, so that looks like that's okay. Right, I think we've done that, so just give it a flick, so if it'll start I'll get the throttle.
Ready?
Yep. Try again. There we are. It's running horribly rich because the injectors are twice the size they need to be. So I think we're sorted from that front.
Happy days.
There we are, 440cc injectors. All we need to do now is put the Haltech in, and then we can dial a load more fuel into it, and more fuel means more boost, which means more power. Well, there we are, we've put our 440cc RX8 injectors into the car, and this job's done. So join us next time when we are going to be fitting a Haltech and new wiring harness, which we're going to make, and a boost controller and a wideband lambda sensor, and that means that we will be able to fully map it to do whatever we want and turn the boost up and put more fuel in.
I hope it doesn't go bang.
And that should be 650 horsepower by the time we've tuned it and got the map right. So join us next time. It's getting serious.
Boost!